Hey guys, today we are ranking the albums by a lesser known band. I'm so glad that I came across this band. I think I was introduced through some friends that were rocking out some old school Rehab songs. If you've never heard of Rehab, you may have heard the Bartender song. Bartender, I really did it this time. Broke my career to all good time. When I got home, it was 3 a.m. I was thinking, wait, I'm sitting at a bar on the inside, waiting for my ride on the outside. She broke my heart in the trailer park, so I crashed and then something like that. So they're American hip hop, country, and rock band, and that's what I love about them. They're actually from around here. They've got 7 studio albums, and they've had some difficulty. They've had some massive lineup changes. They've been around since 1998, but they've broken up. They broke it up in 2002. They broke up in 2014. And they sort of broke up again, but Wikipedia is sort of unclear because they're not very well known. So Wikipedia is not 100% up to date with what is going on with the Rehab crew. I do know that at least in official capacity, now they are Danny, Boone, and Jericho, which I didn't know how to feel about at first, but I've actually come to really enjoy Jericho's what he brings to the table with the band. Now I do feel like this band is not making money. It seems as if I love this band. I love you guys, Rehab. Absolutely love every incarnation of Rehab. But it does seem as if, like, when you see their online presence, it's not massive. They're sort of hard to Google. Kind of like a band called Live, or band like Rehab. It's hard to find on the internet. Their online presence is not really there as far as a website or anything like that. If you talk to them on Facebook, they will respond to you. So, and it's like a personal response, which is really awesome. I actually had some communication with them about their newest album, Galaga, and it's really hard to find. You can't find physical copies of it. If you Google Rehab Galaga, nothing comes up. They're on Spotify. That's about the only way you can find it. If you look it up on Amazon, you may or may not find it on Amazon. So that's something that's a little bit frustrating to be a Rehab fan. But today, if you're a Rehab fan, or you're just new to this channel or new to Rehab, this is a good introduction to Rehab for you guys. I'm going to be ranking their studio albums. Okay. Consume. To whom it may consume. This is one of their earlier records, and it's fun, but there's just not a lot that I go back to in terms of really good content. And you got 2002's 'Cause We Can. Again, it's getting better, but this one's like 80 minutes long, and it's just not something I've heard a lot, so I can't really accurately review it because I've listened to it once and I was like, okay, it's got a good song on there, but beyond that, I'm not sure what we got going on. So this is my introduction. This is coming in, we're going from my worst to best, if you don't know what's happening. This was my introduction to Rehab, as I'm sure a lot of people were. Me and my troubled young friends were blasting this back in the early 2000s. A couple years after it came out. It had the singles Storm Chaser, It Don't Matter, and Sitting at a Bar, the original version. Features by CeeLo Green. That's pretty impressive. And Big Gip of Goody Mob. Drinking Problem is great. Yeah, this album's pretty darn good. I'll show you the album cover again. really takes me back to a point like right after high school where I was, kind of getting into trouble and listening to this album. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Guys, Rehab, I hope you guys are watching this. And we're going to move on to... Oh man, we jump up. Yeah, there's a huge jump up in quality here because everything else is pretty amazing in my opinion. So we got 2012's Gullible's Travels. Oh my goodness, this thing is amazing. The intro wasn't so bad. Wahoo, wahoo by the hottie. Why do I do what I do? Why do I ever make sense? Will it ever be cool? Will it ever be sense? It's hard. King of Tweakers was a single from this. Evidence. Evidence is one of my, it just give me chills. Did you guys see that? I got chills. I wanna be evidence of everything that's beautiful in this whole world. Like the sound of a little girl laughing. I'm messing up. Scared of Change is good. Can't Catch Up to You. I really love this acoustic side of Rehab. You know, they're all over the map. They started hip hop, then they kind of went country, then they kind of went rock, and then they kind of went country, and they kind of went pop. They're just blending genres. They even do some jazz. Just amazing, amazing band. I would consider them a rock band. It's just a general term to describe them. I can't catch up to you. You're way up ahead of me, and you're getting harder to see every day as you run away. You're cutting lines out on the Bible. You're too busy to stop and live. Oh man, Guilty, Crazy Girl. I really love Crazy Girl. Eat, Sleep, and Kept on Walking. So if you don't know, this is a beautiful album. I think I actually had to get this one from the library because I just couldn't find it anywhere else. It's ridiculous how hard it is to find these guys. Man, Rehab. I appreciate the grind, man. You guys, get your music out there, please. It's amazing. People need to hear it. Okay, we're getting into their top 3. And there's not going to be a Wikipedia page for this. So, I'm just going to have to show you this. Galaga. Okay? No image on Wikipedia. What the heck? Released April 12th, 2019 on Boombox Records, 1 RPM. And it was only released on digital download. There's no CD out there. But Galaga, it had the singles Grizzly Bear and some other ones, Goliath. It's got some of the finest, most emotional rapping I've ever heard. It's got some rock tunes. It's got some jazz influences sort of melded into the mix. And it's amazing to see a band like this still going strong in 2019. I hope that this new formation keeps on doing what they're doing. It's really great. Shout out to Jericho and Danny Boone. You guys are keeping it alive through some pretty significant lineup changes, and I respect that. Some people want the original lineup. Screw those people. Bands change. That's just the nature of the beast. Bands change. Unless you're ZZ Top, we've had the same 3 guys for 50 years, and they've changed. Before the 3 guys, there was other guys in ZZ Top, so nothing stays the same. The only thing that stays the same is everything changes. Everything changes. That was Tracy Lawrence for some reason. So, yeah, Galaga, a really great late era Rehab album. Now we're getting into the top 2. My top 2 favorite Rehab albums ever. Absolutely, this is 2010's Welcome Home by Rehab. And this is another one. I had to get an interlibrary loan to get this one. Released in September of 2010, it is a combination of rock, country, and pop. And I would say there's some hip hop on here too. But this one is darn near perfect. Number one, we all wanna be number one. Oh my. Lightning Bolts is a beautiful, emotional song about family. Decisions is one of my favorite songs of all time. Welcome Home is as well. Old Friends. Some People is good. Everybody Everywhere is one of my favorite songs of all time. Talk About is good. Ride Out Chick, kind of like Crazy Girl, right? Now that wild female friend, you know. And then a cover of Tom Petty's I Won't Back Down. This album is it's perfect. So Rehab have two perfect albums. This is their second best album because there is one that is just a little bit more enjoyable, but that one was perfect. So are you guys ready for the best Rehab album out there? Rehab, Graffiti the World. Now there's a couple different versions of this album. Unfortunately, it's been repackaged and repackaged over and over on different record companies, a different track list. But it is known for the reimagined version of Bartender Song, which is not what makes this album great. You got the original track list, and then you got the 2008 track list, which is the one that I am familiar with and the one that makes it one of my favorite albums of all time. That is the track list that I know. You got Let 'Em Know, Bump, Chest Pain, Graffiti the World. Graffiti the World is amazing. Beautiful rock and roll song. Bartender, it's a fun song. You know, I'm not going to bash the hits. It was massive, right? Last Tattoo is one of my favorites. That's my last tattoo right there. This will be my last tattoo to cover the memory of someone I thought I'd always need. Cover her name with a smoking gun. Make it hurt as much as possible and make it bleed. 1980. One of the most fun songs ever. Oh, we go back like 1980. You love me cause I'm so crazy. Lord knows she's the one that changed me. And I love the Simpsons references. Gosh, go check out 1980 right now. If you're a Simpsons fan or if you just like fun music. Bottles and cans, seeds and stems, down to my last, here I am again. Feels like nothing ever went my way. Lawn Chair High is awesome, keeps the beat up. This Town is amazing. Red Water. Let's talk about Red Water a little bit. It's a storytelling song about depression and about how someone's suicide can affect someone else. It's just a really powerful song about money and life, and in my opinion, really great. It's over the 5-minute mark, and you really need to listen to it. Walk Away is another story, and it really, Walk Away is about a man doing bad things and then going out and meeting a woman who's also doing bad things, and things get gray from there. They get caught doing some bad things, and there's a preacher and some weapons, and yeah, Walk Away, just, man, it really tears me up inside to listen to that song, particularly because it gets a little bit too close to home for me, and we'll leave it at that. The album ends with We Live, a really great rock tune from this country rock hip hop unit, and yeah, just in my opinion, that is the greatest Rehab album. So it came out originally in 2005. It was reproduced in 2008 on the same date. That's weird. Anyway, but yeah, it was a southern hip hop and alternative rock combination. And in my opinion, that is the best Rehab album ever. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Again, this is sort of an underground band. It sort of makes me feel cool that I know about them. I've seen them in concert. Actually, their concert was one of the best I've ever seen. They opened for Uncle Kracker, and you know, I know that's a really strange combination to some people, but man, that was one of my best concert experiences ever. Even got me into Kenny Rogers with Uncle Kracker covering. He ended his show with "You Gotta Know When to Hold 'Em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done." So yeah, one of the best nights of my life. Rehab, Uncle Kracker in Greenville, South Kakalaki, baby. So I don't know, if you're a Rehab fan, like and subscribe, because I like your kind of music. It's kind of underground, right? It's kind of like the Insane Clown Posse, kind of like Twisted, but you know, so it feels very personal. And Danny Boone and Jericho are all over the internet, communicating, interacting with fans, just like you or I. And I really appreciate that. I wish them success, but at the same time, I do enjoy being able to contact them in a personal way. I've been trying to get lyrics and more information about Galaga out there. It's insane that a band that has had a hit song on the radio, there's no Wikipedia page for some of their albums. You can't buy their new album. That's ridiculous. So people, if you're a Rehab fan, get the word out there. Let's help them become richer than us. You know, let's help them out, man. They really deserve it. Their music is great. Danny Boone is a great songwriter. The other people that have been in Rehab, they're all great. They're all fantastic. I'm not going to knock anybody that's left the band or whatever. It's just a band that has cultivated a lot of creativity, some of the best songwriting in the industry that just gets overlooked. So please like and subscribe. I will keep pumping out content about music, about rock, hip-hop, country, all the stuff that Rehab does. So please like and subscribe. I'm Chris Norwood, and have a very blessed, today is Saturday, but this video, I'm doing so many album reviews. I don't know when this is going to come out, probably August or so, but have a great month, have a great year, have a great life. Listen to Rehab, and you know, go to the library. The libraries are the easiest place that I've come across Rehab albums, sadly. Now, physical media, I know I'm old, and who cares about physical copies anymore, but Galaga was one that I really wanted to run out and buy the day that it dropped. And it wasn't at Target, it wasn't at my local record shops, it wasn't at Walmart, and unfortunately there's nowhere else to buy music in a physical sense. So if you know how to get a copy of Galaga, please let me know. Boom. Alright, you guys, what are Rehab fans called? I should know, being one, but you know, labels are for losers, right? So we don't need a label. Any more thoughts and ideas about Rehab? The lineup changes were significant, but I feel like this band has navigated bigger lineup changes in a better way than other bands have dealt with minor lineup changes. I feel like Danny Boone is really dedicated to this brand of music, and I don't feel that he's abusing it in any kind of way. I feel like he wants to keep doing it because it's fun and it's where his passion lies, and you can really hear that in his songs. So Danny Boone, and other members of Rehab, I feel like you guys are really you've definitely brought a quality to my life. And it's one of the few bands that I discovered through friends. You know, music has kind of been an interior experience for me, with a lot of my more recent discoveries beyond, what my parents introduced me to, which was amazing. I love my parents' music collection. But Rehab, just really special in my life. Just a really special band. So if you don't know about Rehab, I would say check out their band, check out their albums, Gullible's Travels, Galaga, Welcome Home, and Graffiti. Okay, Graffiti, absolute best. Welcome Home, a darn near tie, and Galaga and Gullible's Travels. Those are and Southern Discomfort. Check them all out. Now the earlier stuff, yeah, if you really like them, check out 'Cause We Can and Consume. But I would say if you really want just really great genre-bending music, check out Southern Discomfort, Gullible's Travels, Galaga, Welcome Home, and Graffiti. They don't have any bad albums, but man, Welcome Home and Graffiti just really tear me up inside emotionally, and I can't say enough about them. Just a great sort of underground band. They are more than Sitting at a Bar, the Bartender song. Now, it's a heck of a song, right? Bartender really did it this time, broke my parole to have a good time. When I got home, it was 3:45 a.m. The door was locked, so I kicked it in. And in my drunken stupor, I did what I should have never done. Now I'm sitting here, talking to you, drunk and on the run. I'm messing up all the words in the song and don't know how I got along. She broke my heart near the trailer park, so I jacked the keys to her Volkswagen Jetta and I crashed that piece of crap. No, I parked it nice. Like and subscribe, people.